I'm Gayatri. I have done my school in Swarajaniya Public School, Kanpur, after which I pursued bachelor's in business administration, while I also gave coaching classes to students in high school for subjects like maths and English. And then when I got into NMIMS, I took my majors in marketing. Now I have joined Indigene, which is a healthcare solutions provider company in IT, consulting, and management, wherein I'm working as a product manager for my first stint because it's a rotational stint. So, yes, that's pretty much about me. Do you want to ask any questions before we get started? No, nothing?
Not
Yeah, okay. Before we get started, I'll give you a basic, some pieces of information. Note down 3 P's. There are 3 P's. What are these 3 P's? For acing an interview: present yourself nicely, present your thoughts nicely, and be very precise. Okay. Now, what do we mean by present yourself nicely? You have to be very crisp and sharp. Even for your mock interviews, I would recommend that you dress up in formals. That will give you a sense of confidence while you're preparing for your mocks as well. Okay. Then, secondly, present your thoughts nicely. When you are in an interview, you're basically selling yourself. Why should the interviewer take you? Why should a manager hire you? Why should a academician select you? Why? There are thousands of people applying. There are thousands of people coming in for the interview. Why only you? Okay. So you have to stand out from the crowd. How do you do it? You need to give them some pointers which are unique and nobody else has it. Only Arpit and only a Vinay has it. Nobody else. Okay. You have to stand out. For that, you have to present yourself very nicely. And then be precise. In our college, NMIMS, we used to have this term gas. ठीक है, तो gas नहीं देना इंटरव्यू में बिल्कुल भी. ठीक है. And you also don't need to sound very desperate. उसको बोलते थे DCP, desperate class participation. When you'll get into an MBA college, you'll know these terms. ठीक है. So you have to act very smart, sharp, and crisp at all times. ठीक है, throughout your interview. इंटरव्यू के बाद जो भी करो, उससे पहले जो भी करो, doesn't matter. But during the interview, you have to be very precise, very sharp, and on your toes. ठीक है. कुछ नहीं आता है तो tell them, I'm not aware. If you want to think through your answers, tell them, can I take 30 seconds? Can I take 25 seconds? Can I think over it? Think and answer. Don't use fillers. ठीक है. कुछ नहीं करना है किसी भी आंसर में. Even before starting, you don't have to use so. ठीक है. A lot of people have a tendency to use so before starting any answer, right? You don't have to use so. ठीक है. So और तो, okay, ठीक है, ये सब नहीं आना चाहिए at all. ठीक है. कोई questions?
मैं रोहतक में ना ऐसा कुछ पूछा ही नहीं, लाइक कि हम खुद को बता पाए. उन्होंने सीधे 4-5 क्वेश्चन पूछे, 10-12 पूछे, पर वो टोटल ऑन पॉइंट थे. तो वहां तो खुद को नहीं रिप्रेजेंट कर पाए, बस आंसर बोलना और देन नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. बट हाँ, आई गेस नीति वगैरह में बॉम्बे में पूछेंगे ऐसा कुछ, तो वहां के लिए
उन आंसर्स में भी you have to show that you are knowledgeable, you know what you are doing. ठीक है. अगर why MBA है, if they are asking you why MBA, तो जेनरिक आंसर हर कोई देगा. To grow in the corporate sector, to have the corporate finesse and things like that. You have to stand out by giving pointers which are unique to you. क्यों करना है? Of the interview, tell me why you're doing an MBA. हिंदी, इंग्लिश, कुछ भी, just tell me.
लाइक मैंने जॉब छोड़ दी, तो मेरे को अभी टू बी फ्रैंक, लाइक रियलिटी जो मैं वहां नहीं बोलूंगा, पर मेरे को पढ़ना है थोड़ा कि इकोनॉमिक्स, फाइनेंस, मार्केट कैसे चलता है. एज दिवेश सर टोल्ड कि मैं पॉलिटिक्स ज्वाइन करना चाहता हूँ, तो इन फ्यूचर मेरे को वो काम देगा कि मैंने वो, जैसे इंजीनियरिंग की पढ़ाई मेरे को कुछ ना कुछ देख गई, वो जो क्रीम होती है देश की, वो कुछ ना कुछ सिखाती है अपार्ट फ्रॉम एमबीए लाइफ. लाइक बीटेक ने मेरे को काफी कुछ दिया, ऐसे ही मेरे को एमबीए भी कुछ ना कुछ देगी, नेटवर्क देगी, नहीं तो ज्यादा कुछ, तो पॉलिटिक्स भी सिखाएगी. तो उसके बाद मेरे को पॉलिटिक्स में घुसना है, तो मुझे कुछ ना कुछ सीख मिलेगी और एक अच्छा नेटवर्क बनेगा जिनके थ्रू मैं आगे पहुंचूंगा.
तो अगर पॉलिटिक्स करना है, why not study political sciences?
एग्जैक्टली मुझे ना एक नेता नहीं बनना, मेरे को वो सब चीज होनी चाहिए कि मेरे को इकोनॉमिक्स भी आनी चाहिए, फाइनेंस पता होना चाहिए. एक्चुअली बजट, जीडीपी, ये सब चीजें होती है, मार्केट चलता कैसे है, सो दैट अगर मैं कहीं जाऊं एज अ स्ट्रेटेजी बन के किसी पार्टी में, तो मैं बता उसको देखो अपन को यहाँ ये चीज़ कवर करनी है। तो बीटेक ने मेरे को टेक्निकल चीज़ों के अलावा जो चीज़ सिखाई, वो मैं पुट करता हूँ अभी भी मेरी पॉलिटिक्स लाइफ़ में, जो मैं छोटी-मोटी पॉलिटिक्स करता हूँ अपने कॉलेज से लेके अब तक। ऐसा ही एमबीए मेरे को कुछ ना कुछ सिखाएगा और दूसरा नेटवर्क बनाएगा मेरा, क्योंकि एक नेता के ऐसे सहयोगी होने चाहिए जो हर फील्ड में हैं। तो इसलिए उसके बाद मेरे को जेएनयू भी जाना है खैर, अगर संयोग बना तो। बट हाँ, नॉलेज के लिए मैं अच्छे स्कूल्स में जाना चाहता हूँ, जैसे इंजीनियरिंग अच्छे कॉलेज से कर ली,
Hmm.
तो एमबीए भी अच्छे कॉलेज से करनी है। ये मेरा पीछे कंसेप्ट है।
You can call it you want to become a strategic advisor in the long run, है ना?
कैन से।
That's a good term. Yeah. अर्पित, क्यों करना है एमबीए?
मैम वैसे मेरा
Honest
मतलब
answer.
मेरा बैकग्राउंड वैसे तो मतलब कॉमर्स साइड का ही है, तो जैसे विनय मैंने कहा कि फाइनेंस और मुझे ये जानना है जीडीपी बजट ये सब
Hmm.
क्या होता है, तो मतलब थोड़ी बहुत नॉलेज मुझे इस एरिया में है। लेकिन मुझे अभी जो मतलब मैं कहीं भी जॉब करूंगा तो मुझे मतलब नीचे के लेवल से स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा। मेरा ये है कि मुझे मतलब मैनेजरियल पोस्ट पे मतलब जाके काम करना है स्टार्ट में, तो इसलिए मैं एमबीए करना चाहता हूँ।
ठीक है, तो you can say, one second, I'll read out my answer for you. ठीक है, because I was also a fresher before I got into MBA. Give me one moment. I found out all the answers for your call. So what you can say is that why MBA? And one more answer you guys need to prepare. Why should the interviewer select you? Have a very crisp and solid answer for this. And I'm also gonna ask this. Okay, I've given you a heads up. You have time to prepare also. Okay, so you can always say that since I'm coming from a fresh out of college, since I'm coming fresh out of college, I don't have a set of preconceived notions as to how things work. I'm completely ready to learn and adapt to new methods and ways. Okay. Now, you can also say that since I'm just starting out my career, you have a slight advantage over me because I'm flexible and I can adapt to new things and I have a will to learn more. ठीक है, ये दिखाना है कि I want to learn and I'm not just doing an MBA to earn money. I'm here to learn willingly. ठीक है, what else you can say is right. Now you are from a commerce background, है ना? Now in
यस
your
मैम।
answer, don't say BCom. Say that I've done um, something in commerce. What do you call it? Simply say I've done bachelor's in commerce. That's it. BCom, sounds very generic. Bachelor's in commerce thoda better sound करता है. Okay?
यस मैम।
Did you notice I didn't say BBA. I said bachelor's in business administration. ठीक है?
यस मैम।
Because it's a very generic kind of a degree. तो थोड़ा स्टैंड आउट करने के लिए just call it bachelor's in commerce. ठीक है? And mm, okay, I think we are good. Strengths and weaknesses prepare कर लिया होगा, है ना? And when I'm asking you what are your strengths, you'll not give me one word answers. If you're giving me a pointer, for example, you're saying that I'm good with leadership skills. You'll give me an example to support it. ठीक है? A situation or an example. Got it? ठीक है. Let's get started. With whom should we start? Who wants to go first? You guys decide.
आप देख लीजिए मैम, हम दो ही हैं ना।
And smile throughout your interview. I wouldn't be smiling now. ठीक है? Let's get started. Arpit? Hi Arpit, how are you doing?
Good evening, ma'am. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. All right, we'll start with the basic question. Tell me something about yourself.
Ma'am, my name is Arpit Tripathi. I am from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. I have completed my graduation from Brahmanand College, Kanpur, and I have completed my schooling from Guru Har Rai Academy, Kanpur, where I was fortunate enough to be part of various activities and events. I was a part of my school's cricket team, where I went on to become the vice captain. That helped me to gain the confidence to take on other roles of responsibilities, such as being the team leader of my team in the Maths on Edo competition and being the flag bearer of my school's flag in the Silver Jubilee celebration of my school. My hobbies are that I am a cricket enthusiast and I read newspaper in my free time.
Okay, good to know. You're reading newspapers currently, right? In which city
Yes.
did an earthquake occur in India?
In India, I believe it was Uttarakhand and Delhi.
Today?
No, ma'am, today I am not aware in which city the earthquake occurred.
Okay. You told me you were a vice captain during your school time.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me a difficulty you faced during that tenure.
Ma'am,
And how did you resolve it?
ma'am, in a match which we played around 4 to 5 years back, if I can recall correctly, we were backed in a match and we were not in a pretty good situation. Our captain was injured, so I was basically leading my team. And in the match, the pitch was a little bit spicy, and we didn't score well. We were batting first there. We scored 60 odd runs in 20 overs. So the opposition needed only 20 to 25 runs in the last 10 overs. So, and all the shoulders were down of my teammates. So I motivated them that anything can happen here. We had to take around 6 wickets, and I motivated them that if we can take 2 wickets here and there, we will definitely be back in the match. So I motivated them, and we came back with a bang, and we went on to win that match.
Okay, good. Um, 2 years ago, we had a pandemic which struck the world. During the lockdown, did you learn any new skills?
Ma'am, during the lockdown, I did not learn new skills, but I taught some students in my area. So that was a good experience for me. That helped me improve my scores in CAT as well.
Do you think you have changed as a person during the pandemic?
Yes, ma'am, I have changed as a person. I really focus these days on how we can save the planet in the long run. I tend to save water in my home. I also studied how we
Got it.
can make compost in a house. Also, I would say that I have started to think more in cleaning my hands, keeping my hands clean,
Okay,
and
okay.
all of this.
Um, okay. Why MBA?
Ma'am, I always had an interest in the field of commerce that made me go for a degree in bachelor's in commerce. Um, but my knowledge remained limited and constrained up to a certain domain there. And I believe an MBA from a top business school like the IIMs would definitely help me to gain the skill, would definitely help me to get a complete view and knowledge in all the areas. I will also get to brush up my skills of people management and resource management and improve my networking. I also believe that an MBA would help me to uh, get growth in the long run so that I can achieve leadership roles in the long
Okay. Now, when you're an MBA aspirant, you must have a dream company where you would like to work in.
run.
Do you
Yes,
have
ma'am.
any company? Give me the name of the
Uh,
company.
Ma'am, currently I believe it is JP Morgan and Chase.
Who's the CEO, current CEO?
Uh, Ma'am, I can't recall it right now.
Okay. Give me your favorite subject.
Ma'am, my favorite subject is economics.
Okay. What topic pleases you the most in economics?
Ma'am, I liked macroeconomics, and in macroeconomics, I liked the monetary policy which RBI controls inflation with.
Define repo rate for me.
Ma'am, repo rate is the rate at which the central bank of a country gives out loans to the commercial banks. Uh, yes, that's it. It is
What
currently
is the current repo rate?
6.50%. 6.50%.
When was
It
it
was,
changed recently?
ma'am, a couple of days back it was changed. It was hiked by around 25 basis points by the RBI
25 or
governor.
25 or 50?
25 basis points.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you have 40 seconds to convince me why should I select you.
Ma'am, you should select me because of the skills that I bring to the table, which are teamwork, honesty, and discipline. These are the skills that I have learned playing cricket during my school life, majorly. Uh, I have gained these skills. First of all, I would just like to explain honesty. Honesty is the skill that I have gained from cricket itself. When you are reviewing your game, you have to be honest, otherwise you won't be able to improve. And this is the skill that you will want in your MBA journey and afterwards when you go for a job in a corporation. Discipline and teamwork skills are also just like that. You need that skills in the management.
Okay. Now you have to tell me why should I not select you.
Ma'am, if I have to take one reason why you should not select me, because I sometimes take time in arriving at a decision, but I am currently working on it by staying clear of my goals. Second reason, I would state that sometimes when I'm working on a project or activity which I am passionate about, I tend to lose focus of time, and I spend more time on that, and it affects my efficiency on other activities that I have to do.
So how are you going to make strategic decisions if you have poor decision making?
Ma'am, I am currently working on it. As I said that I am uh, I am working on it by staying clear of my goals. So by coming
How are you
into an
working on
MBA
it?
college,
How are you
ma'am,
working on it?
I tend to make a planner these days, so I don't miss out on the things that I have to do. And also, if you are clear what you want to achieve in the short term, so that helps in making decision quickly.
What are your weaknesses?
My weakness is this only, that sometimes I take time in arriving at a decision, and I tend to lose focus of time when I'm working on a project that I am passionate about.
Okay. Are you interested in marketing or are you more
Mm,
inclined toward finance?
Ma'am, I am more inclined towards finance.
Okay. Um, as a leader, what do you feel? Should a leader be more empathetic or sympathetic?
Ma'am, I believe that a leader should be more empathetic, because if a leader
Why?
is more empathetic, then he can imagine himself in the shoes of others. That can help him in taking decisions uh, as a manager.
How will it help him?
Ma'am,
If he's putting himself in the other's shoes, how is it going to help him?
Ma'am, if a manager is empathetic, he can imagine itself in the shoes of consumers, and how would they like the product, and what are the difficulties will they face if a product is launched. So that would help him.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me for the interview?
Ma'am, I wanted to know about the business incubation at your college.
Okay. So I think I'm done. All right. Feedback time. I'm
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
give you the positives first, then we'll move on to the constructive criticism. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Vice captain point that you motivated your team. Good answer, but shorten it. Like the beginning, it's too long. I
Yes,
lost
ma'am.
interest in the middle. ठीक है. Your main point here is that you motivated and cheered your team. So that has to come out of it very clearly. That wasn't coming out of it. I had to look for that word. Okay. Then in one of your answer, you mentioned your YMBA answer that you want some overall development or something, overall view
Uh,
or complete view. What did you say?
I said that currently I have knowledge of only a single domain coming from a background of BCom. So I said that if I will do an MBA, in the first year, I'll get to study all the business aspects, which are operations, finance, marketing. So that will help me gain the complete view and knowledge of
Complete
all the
view.
business activities.
Call it holistic development.
Holistic.
Okay.
I was afraid to use this word holistic, so I heard a lot
Yeah,
that
use it.
holistic.
एक बार you can use it, but repetitive नहीं बोलना है, पूरे
Okay,
आंसर में नहीं बोलना है.
okay,
ठीक
ma'am.
है. JP Morgan, read about it. Read
Yes,
each and
ma'am.
everything about your dream company. ठीक है.
Okay,
A to Z. मार्केट शेयर कितना है, शेयर का प्राइस क्या है, everything. You are interested in finance, they might ask you finance related questions for your
yes,
dream
ma'am.
company. ठीक है. Empathetic वाला answer, you started it off good, but then it went all wrong.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
As a leader, when I'm asking you, you won't talk about marketing and products and consumer. You'll talk about leader team का है ना, consumers का तो नहीं है. क्या होता है leader? Leader manager नहीं होता है. Leader
No
is a
problem.
team leader जो पूरी टीम को साथ लेके चले. ठीक है. How are you going to do it? I'll be an empathetic leader because I believe understanding what other people are going through is a good exercise before blaming them or asking them questions, because we might hurt them, or we might, if we are hurting our employees, that will definitely impact our productivity. So to be productive, we have to be empathetic and we have to understand what our team members are going through. ठीक है.
Yes, ma'am.
And you mentioned poor decision making. Change this answer. Why should I select you? You're a fresher. You can say, you should not select me if you are looking for somebody who comes with a preconceived set of notions or has some kind of experience. Simple. इतनी
Yes, ma'am.
weaknesses
Yeah.
क्यों अपनी count करानी है? That might backfire. And second answer, when I asked you, I intentionally asked you this question that why should I select it? And then I asked you, what are your weaknesses? You said this only. ये बोलोगे इंटरव्यूअर को, दिस ओनली. दैट्स नॉट द वे. अगर वो तुमसे 4 बार भी सेम क्वेश्चन पूछे ना, यू हैव टू रिपीट द एंटायर आंसर. एंड सम इंटरव्यूज में दिस हैपेंस. They'll ask you the same question again and again by twisting or tweaking the question in some or the other form. ठीक है. So you have to repeat it.
Yes, ma'am.
And सूरत में आया था earthquake.
Okay.
3.8 scale का. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then activities and events was fine. You motivated them. Good answer. Huh, do you have any questions?
Um,
I can't
and
hear
why
you.
should I select you? And there was one more question that what are the strengths you have? So in that, do we have to explain like if the answer is getting too long? So should we explain that even
Keep
if the
your
answer
answer
is
crisp.
getting too long?
Keep your answer crisp. हाँ, वो भी एक point था, right? When you mentioned ना strengths में, what were your 3 strengths? Last one was
Teamwork,
discipline, teamwork, then
discipline,
discipline
and
and
honesty.
honesty. You said discipline and honesty because a manager requires it. Something like that. You don't have to say this. You have to personalize it. How do you possess that quality? वो नहीं था. That was missing. Work on your strengths वाला answer.
Okay.
And also prepare an answer. Key, sell yourself. You have 30 seconds, sell yourself. Why should we select you? Similar ही है, थोड़ा सा tweak कर लेना. ठीक है. And more or less your answers were fine. थोड़ा सा fine tune करने की जरूरत है. It was good. I saw your
Yes.
Madhurma wala interview. You have improved. Good
Thank you,
job.
ma'am. Thank you.
All right, Vinay. Should we get started?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's begin.
Yes, ma'am. Ask me question.
Hi Vinay, how are you doing? You
Hi,
have to
ma'am.
greet the interviewer खुद से.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. I'm fine. What about you, ma'am?
I'm doing good, thanks. All right, so please tell me something about yourself.
Okay. Good evening, ma'am. My name is Vinay Dayama, and I'm from Sri Ganganagar, Rajasthan. I did my graduation from IIT ISM Dhanbad in 2021. In my college days, I used to play hockey, field hockey, and I was also part of many cultural fest organizer team and support team. I was also worked in an NGO for approx 1.5 year. In my final year of graduation, I got on-campus job offer from Alpha Laval India Private Limited as a technical sales and service engineer in aftermarket business. In my free time, I love to watch stand-up comedies. That's it, ma'am. Thank you.
Tell me a good fact about your city.
Uh, my city is known as the a bowl of wheat of Rajasthan. Like maximum production of wheat is in from my district in Rajasthan.
Okay. Where were you working? Could you please repeat that?
Actually, ma'am, I was working. Right now, I leave the
Yeah,
organization. I
where were you
in
working?
Alpha Laval India Private Limited, based in Pune.
Okay. Okay. Could you state out your work achievements for me during your first job?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I was a technical sales and service engineer. So after 2 months of my job, I was relocated to Vadodara, Gujarat, where I have to handle the Bharuch and Ankleshwar region of our energy division in sales. So I have gone to many site visits and took many orders. Like the maximum order I have uh, like took from for my company is from 65 lakhs of from steel company, and I was also worked in all brand section of our company, where I have to pitch other clients that were not using our machineries or our products to use our products, or instead of that, if they are using another company's product, to give us order of servicing of their brand also. So these were two achievements of my job.
Okay. Please tell me your strengths.
Ma'am, my strengths are I'm a good leader. I was coordinator and captain of my hockey team of college, and I'm good salesman. Apart from a job role, I was also worked in fest cultural fest, where I sold 1,200 of t-shirts that benefited approx 3.5 lakhs of money to our college or organizer team, and also uh, I have promoted one app that benefited approx 1.5 lakhs of rupees to our team. So I am good salesman in a sales and marketing area, and I'm a good teacher. Like I in part time, I used to teach students of 8th, ninth, and right now during preparation, I am teaching 11th, 12th of students of maths part time J students. So when I do teach, I feel happy, and also it will help me to uh, earn some money to spend on my basic expenditure.
You're a self-sufficient person, right?
What, ma'am? Sorry.
I'm saying you're a self-sufficient person then.
Sorry, I
All
can't understand.
right. Okay. Tell me what are your short-term and your long-term goals?
My short-term goals is, ma'am, to get into a good top B school as like your college, to get interact with the brilliant students and the cream and good faculties of college, to get knowledge from them, and practical and experience from the college, and to get a job in a good company as
Okay,
a
hold
manager.
on, hold on, hold on. By short-term goals, I'll reframe my question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Your 5 years short-term goal,
Okay,
not
okay.
your immediate short-term goals.
Okay. So, ma'am, in next 5 years, I see myself in with a good tech company as a sales manager, while working on a good projects, handling some good projects and a good team.
Why do you need an MBA then?
Like MBA will give me, ma'am, some more knowledge or experience. Like while I was working in my company, there was very less project or site visits for a graduate trainee. After doing an MBA, I will get a managerial post that will help me to grab a good post with more opportunities. And while the MBA degree, it will provide me the variety of knowledge from variety of students and variety of teachers with having good knowledge.
If you work for 2 years, you might get to that position. Why do you want to waste 25 lakhs to get into an MBA?
Actually, ma'am, in my company there was like a time period for a trainee, approx 3 to 3.5 years to promoted at area sales manager role. Like they
But
have
you're
some.
saving 25 lakhs. You
No,
can
ma'am.
get one extra year there.
This fees will no, not I am wasting. I'm investing this fees that I will get knowledge from that bigger perspective. If I say I will get knowledge from the top leaders, or can say professors from good B schools, that will somehow enhance my knowledge in that field, like sales, marketing, people management.
So you want to become a salesperson?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to be a sales manager, or wanted to enhance my knowledge in sales and marketing.
Give me 4 differences between sales and
The ma'am, the main difference between sales and marketing is the head of like sales. In sales, we do sell the things, but marketing cover all of the aspects. Like marketing is to promote a brand to sell out the customer, but in sales we only do sell. Like marketing, we have to promote the a product, that why it is useful, why only our company is selling this specifically. So like the sales is the subset of marketing, according to me.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay. We have a few companies who do great marketing, but they don't have sales. Why does it happen?
uh, can I think of approx 1 minute, ma'am, for this?
Sure. Sure.
I what I do believe, ma'am, their marketing is good, but maybe there are many other factors, like the area of their marketing. Maybe they are marketing in other area, they are not their customers, or some reason, maybe their pricing. Like if I'm selling a soap for daily use for middle class people, but I have high prices that they can't afford, but I'm marketing in middle class only, so they will not buy because I have high prices on my product. At the same time, if I market in the upper level, upper middle class level of the family, maybe they will buy. So marketing in the wrong direction, or with the uh, uh, like difference prices, make cost it like in low sales.
Okay. Give me a one word, just one word difference between sales and marketing.
Sales is a subset of marketing, ma'am.
Okay. What are your weaknesses?
Ma'am, I talk too much. I talk too much to make a bigger network, or to frank with many people. But sometimes it backfires me, because sometimes people get irritated from my this behavior, and I'm like trying to solve it. Like I try to speak less by staying alone, so that I will less speak less. So it will help me to get good behavior with people's, I guess.
Do you just speak or do you listen as well?
No, ma'am, I do listen also, but as I watch stand-up comedy, so sometimes I do crack joke with the flow, so that harms me. So that's why I'm controlling this my behavior to speak less and listen more.
What did you do in stand-up comedy?
No, ma'am, actually, I do watch stand-up comedies, but I have written kind of like shairi with jokes right now. Just I started writing.
Do you want to do it or pursue it professionally?
No, ma'am. Actually, I'm good with writing or writing jokes. So in future, if I will see scope, I will sell my writings, scripts.
You don't want to perform, is it?
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Which is your dream company?
Not preferably I choose an dream company, but I want to work in a tech company to sell their products, because I came from technical background. I have worked in technical company, so I want to work in a tech, like Tech Mahindra, Bajaj, or even I say Tesla. Like I have good knowledge of these industries, so I'm going to be a good sales manager in that field.
Okay. Would you say, would you like to work in a B2B sales or a B2C sales kind of a company, if
uh,
given a choice?
I would like to work in B2B, like business to business,
Why?
as I'm good in
You
one to
are,
one.
you said you're a good salesman. You said you're a good salesman, so you should be good with both.
Yes, ma'am.
Why
But
only B2B?
preference is my B2B, like business to business, because I'm more good in communicating with the 2 to 3% of the authority purchaser of the company. In big size, I have to convince all of them at the same time. Maybe that will make some pressure on
That's
me.
what a good salesperson does.
Exactly, ma'am. But I said I prefer. But your top B school, like your B school, will teach me all these things also, to how to convince a group of more peoples.
Okay. Um, Tell me, what is the first thing people notice about you when they meet you for the first time?
Ma'am, physically they notice my smile, and the second, in from my behavior, they notice my sense of humor.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to know that, is there any like a product management group or sales marketing of group in your college, where I can work as a part, after academic class, where I can enhance my skill in that field?
By group, you mean a club, cell, or a committee, right?
Yes, 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 ma'am.
Okay. I think we are done.
Thank you, ma'am.
How do you feel? How do you think it went? You're on mute. You're on mute.
शायद थोड़ी देर में कहीं अटका भी था, तो 2-3 जगह। बाकी तो लाइक नर्वसनेस तो अंदर से था, मैं दिखाना नहीं चाह रहा था, बट 1-2 जगह अटका। शायद मुझे लगा कि आप नोट नोट करोगे तो शायद वो बैकफायर करेगा मेरे को। मैंने एक अपनी ड्रीम कंपनी चुनी नहीं है सच, वो मैंने लिख के रखा है कि ऐसे नहीं बोलूंगा ड्रीम कंपनी, फिर ड्रीम कंपनी बोलूंगा तो मुझे सब कुछ पढ़ना पड़ेगा, और मे बी अभी उसके अंदर क्या
उसको
चल रहा है।
प्रॉपरली फ्रेम करो उस आंसर को।
मतलब ड्रीम कंपनी बताऊं या वो चीज है उसी को फ्रेम करूं?
You can give a dream industry also. You were giving me
मैं
an industry.
उसके लिए फिर मेरे को ना क्या है, पूरा कंपनी के बारे में सब पढ़ना पड़ेगा, और सडन क्या चेंज हो जाए उसके बारे में, तो वो अगर अवेयर नहीं होगा तो वो बैकफायर करेगा पक्का से। पर अगर मैं टेक्निकल इंडस्ट्री बोल दूंगा तो मे बी थोड़ा सुटेबल नहीं रहेगा, कि चलो उसकी फील्ड श्योर है कि वहां जाना है।
हाँ, that's what I'm saying. कि industry दो, but उस industry की you should have thorough knowledge.
ओके, 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 ओके,
ठीक है?
ओके, ओके,
उसका
मैम।
recent trends क्या चल रहा है, global status क्या चल रहा है उस industry का, you should know everything in there. ठीक है?
श्योर मैम।
बजट से रिलेटेड, हाँ, बजट का टाइम होता है तो इसी टाइम पे they ask you questions related to budget also. I forgot. So think of anything with respect to the budget which might impact this industry. ठीक है?
श्योर मैम।
Read the budget carefully. They might ask you questions. Acha, one more question. Will you have your interviews virtually or are you gonna go to the campus?
मैम, मैं रोहतक का इंटरव्यू दिया है, तो रोहतक का तो वर्चुअली हो गया, और मेरे सारे आई गेस इंटरव्यू वर्चुअली हैं, ऑनलाइन ही है, ऑफलाइन कोई नहीं है।
Yes, ma'am, most of the colleges are conducting the interviews virtually only.
हाँ, तो make sure your internet is good, you have a good clean background. लैपटॉप से जाते हो कि फोन से? लैपटॉप
मैं
से, राइट?
मैंने फोन से ज्वाइन किया, वैसे मैं लैपटॉप से ही जाता हूँ।
हाँ, right. Okay. ठीक है. Now let's get into the feedback.
यस मैम।
जो वो वाला आंसर था ना, where you were talking कि 65 lakhs की सेल्स की,
यस मैम।
ठीक है, reduce that. It's too redundant. There's a lot of information I got lost in that answer. Precise रखो ना. कि मैंने 65 लाख की सेल की, सिंपल। और जो भी 2-3 पॉइंटर्स थे, बहुत ज्यादा उसमें वो, इट वाज वेरी वर्बोज, लाइक आई कुडंट गेट इट। आई जस्ट
ओके
नोटेड द 65 lakhs, दैट्स इट, एंड दैट इज व्हाट इज इम्पोर्टेंट। ठीक
ओके
है,
ओके ओके।
एंड उसमें ये भी हो सकता है, हाउ डिड यू अचीव इट, वन मोर फॉलो अप क्वेश्चन देयर। ठीक है,
सो मैं मेरा
एंड
ना
देयर
ऐसे
वाज
सेल्स पे बोनस नहीं था मेरा, तो मेरे को बस ऑर्डर लाना था, मेरी सैलरी फिक्स थी कि इतना ही मिलेगा। सो उससे मेरे को अचीवमेंट लाइक इन वैसे लेवल में बता दूं कि जॉब में मेरे को क्या
they
फायदा
don't know
हुआ।
that, they don't know that.
ओके ओके ओके
Okay,
ओके ओके
you
ओके
have to make them believe whatever you are saying. They
श्योर।
don't know anything, वो थोड़ी तुम्हारी सैलरी स्लिप लेके निकाल रहे हैं।
नहीं, मैं एक्चुअली मैं झूठ बोलना नहीं चाहता इंटरव्यू में, ताकि
It's
मैं ही ना
not
फंस
झूठ, बोलना ही नहीं है तुम्हें कि मुझे कमीशन मिला, I just
जाऊं। ओके,
achieved these big numbers for the company, that's it. That is for
चलेगा
your
चलेगा
satisfaction कि ठीक है, got it?
चलेगा।
And you mentioned the company based in Pune, based out of Pune. ठीक है, then you also mentioned company वाले ही description where I have to handle, you were handling, you had to handle. ठीक है, pitch को reduce करो कि what, there was a point where you mentioned I feel happy. What is this I feel happy?
ओके।
ठीक है, एक आंसर में you had mentioned I feel happy if I'll do this.
हाँ हाँ
ठीक है,
हाँ, टीचिंग के
ये थोड़ा
लिए।
टेक्निकल टाइप का क्वेश्चन था, उसमें you had said I feel happy.
नहीं, वो स्ट्रेंथ
हाँ,
में
I
मुझे
feel
याद
happy.
आता है,
You feel
स्ट्रेंथ में
happy,
टीचिंग में।
you feel content or satisfied.
हाँ,
Strength में
सेटिस्फाइड।
ही था, right? You feel satisfied that with your knowledge you are able to help out others. ऐसे
ओके
बोल
ओके
रही हूँ।
ओके
ठीक
ओके।
है, with whatever knowledge I have gained throughout these years, I'm able to help and give it to others. And goals वाले आंसर में you were using a lot of pillars also. ठीक है, and there was a point when you mentioned peoples. एक आंसर में you had said peoples is nation or country. तुम्हें what your context was, that was people only. ठीक,
ओके ओके ओके
and you also said कि I want to get into a tech related company because I'm interested in this industry basically. ठीक है, these industries नहीं होगा. And when I asked you sales and marketing में difference बताओ, you said sales है marketing का subset. नहीं, मुझे one word answer चाहिए था, push और pull, that's it.
तो मैम वन
ठीक है,
वर्ड लाइक आप थोड़ा बता दीजिए अगर मेरे से पूछा जाए तो।
push and pull, sales क्या होता है, how you do sales? You pull your product towards the customer. ठीक है,
ओके
marketing क्या होता है, you attract the consumer, you are pushing it towards yourself. Push
ओके
and pull, one word answer, that's it. ठीक है, and when you were talking ki, when I asked you the question na, ki if a company has good marketing then also the sales are not rising, give me an example.
यस मैम।
And give me note down an example for that also, ki company is not doing any marketing, still they have good sales. There
ओके।
are a lot of companies, है ना,
हम्म।
जो नहीं spend कर रही है marketing पे ज्यादा, still they have a lot of sales. कोविड पैंडेमिक के टाइम पे जब जूम इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ था, Zoom wasn't doing any marketing. Still, they
एक्चुअली
have
मैम
an exponential,
पीपल
yeah,
पीपल मार्केटिंग हो गया, लाइक जो यूजर्स हैं वही मार्केटिंग कर रहे हैं।
word of mouth. Okay,
वर्ड ऑफ।
that's called word of mouth. And industry. Also, I have a sheet of questions which I'll send on the group. वो एक बार देख लेना, all of
ओके
you.
मैम।
ठीक है, I've prepared a set of questions जो like हमें prepare कराते थे during our MBA. I'll send that. I have added
थैंक
a
यू।
lot of questions there. And थोड़ा अपने सिटी के बारे में कुछ और इंटरेस्टिंग, कुछ ऐसा हुक टाइप का बताना. बोल ऑफ वीट, ये तो गूगल से निकाला है, राइट?
नहीं नहीं मैम, लाइक मेरे को वैसे पता था, बट लाइक ऐसा कोई राजस्थान
कुछ
में
इंटरेस्टिंग.
एक ही डिस्ट्रिक्ट है जहाँ किला नहीं है, फोर्ट नहीं है। तो लाइक मुझे एक यही दो चीज पता थी कि एक तो लाइक
Why
अनका
didn't
कट
you
ऑफ।
say this? कि वो नहीं है, फोर्ट नहीं है. You didn't say this. You just mentioned bowl of wheat. Okay. थोड़ा और इंटरेस्टिंग बनाओ so that वहां से कॉन्वर्सेशन स्टार्ट हो. ठीक है. During my placements interview ना, my interviewer asked me where are you from. ठीक है, so I said Kanpur. So he had a backstory with Kanpur. तो उसके अराउंड पूरा इंटरव्यू रिवॉल्व हुआ था. वी स्पेंड गुड 5 minutes दिस कानपुर ओनली. ठीक है, सो दैट माइट हैव अ कनेक्ट. बाकी I think, yeah, sales marketing may work on, because when you're saying you're a good salesperson, you have to prove it. So you have to sell yourself also. Interview में
यस
क्या होता है? Basically, you're going and selling yourself, है ना? और कुछ तो नहीं कर रहे हो. So if you're saying that you're a good salesman, they'll expect that you will be able to sell yourself very nicely. So yes, अच्छा, एक generic question दोनों से. Give me 4 pieces of marketing.
प्रोडक्ट
प्रोडक्ट, प्रमोशन,
पीपल एंड
प्लेस. यस,
People.
लाइक अभी 4 से
पीपल
7 हो
नहीं है,
गया और 7 में
पीपल नहीं
पीपल.
है. प्रोडक्ट, प्लेस,
Choices.
प्रमोशन.
7 नहीं पूछा है. क्या बोला अर्पित? रिपीट.
प्रोडक्ट, प्लेस, प्रमोशन,
Product,
प्राइस.
place, price. Good. Product, price, place, promotion, ये order होता है. ठीक है. Now give me one brand which is all for nicely.
सॉरी मैम, लाइक
सॉरी,
Is my
वॉइस
voice
क्लियर नहीं थी.
breaking?
यस
तब
मैम.
तक क्लियर नहीं थी मैम एक्चुअली.
I'm saying give me one brand which is doing all four very precisely.
मैगी, नेस्ले मैगी.
How?
मैगी तो
How? Let me change my Wi-Fi. Give me 1 second. Can you hear me now? Just change my Wi-Fi.
यस मैम.
Now tell me. Okay, read about it. And take
Yes,
good
ma'am.
famous brands for your answers. ठीक है, जो एकदम trendy और interesting kind of हो. Because पता है what happens during an MBA? They won't teach you theories and stuff, formulas नहीं सिखाते हैं. सिर्फ case studies से पढ़ाते हैं. They'll only give you examples to read. You have to read it in your own time. In class में सिर्फ discussion होगा. ठीक है. Majority of the classes happen like this. So you have to be on your toes with brands. For example, बोट का जो प्रोडक्ट है वो मैच कर रहा है गुड क्वालिटी. ठीक है. प्राइसिंग बहुत कॉम्पिटिटिव है. ठीक है. एवरीबडी इज एबल टू अफोर्ड दैट. मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द पीपल आर एबल टू अफोर्ड इट. प्रोडक्ट हो गया, प्राइस हो गया, हर जगह मिल रहा है. प्लेस हो गया.
बट मैम
ठीक है.
अभी
हर
बोर्ड
वेबसाइट
के प्रोडक्ट में काफी खराबी आ रही है मेरे सुनने में आया, लाइक घटिया रॉ मटेरियल यूज.
बनवा तो चाइना से ही रहा है ना.
हाँ एग्जैक्टली, मतलब वो खराब
आई एम
तो
गिविंग यू एन एग्जांपल
करना
कि
पड़ेगा.
ऐसी
हाँ
ट्रेंडी ब्रांड्स लो. ठीक है. आईटीसी लो, एचयूएल लो, जो गुड ब्रांड्स हैं. कोई स्टार्टअप नहीं लेके जाना जो शार्क टैंक में आता है. ठीक है. हाँ, मतलब कोई भी ब्रांड जो शार्क टैंक में आई वो लेके चलेगा कि इसका प्रोडक्ट अच्छा है, प्राइस अच्छा है, प्रमोशन अच्छा है. ऐसे नहीं. गुड रिलायबल ब्रांड्स, जो इंटरव्यू इज सिटिंग बिफोर यू ना, दैट पर्सन इज 60 और 65 years old. उन्होंने नहीं सुनी होगी वो ब्रांड जो कि सिर्फ इंस्टाग्राम पे फेमस है. दे नीड गुड ब्रांड्स. ठीक है. एंड हैव सम ब्रांड्स इन योर आंसर्स. ठीक है. Like questions related to finance or marketing, have some brands, have some examples or case studies in your mind for each answer. लिख लो. Read about 10 good companies, 10 dream companies. सबके बारे में पढ़ो, but prepare one separately for a dream company question के लिए. बाकी read about 10 good companies. Like you mentioned tech industry. Tech की 10 companies उठाओ and read about them. ठीक है. सारी पढ़ लो. इंडिया की 5 उठा लो, ग्लोबल 5 उठा लो.
ओके.
बैंक्स पूरा ले लिया तुमने. बैंक्स के बाद तुम इंडियन कंपनीज ले लो. ठीक है. and
Ma'am,
read well about them.
I had one question here that I want to go for finance specialization in MBA,
ठीक है. Read about
but
banks. Read about Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan.
yes, but when you asked about the dream company, so I want to work in Alphabet like Google, but as I want to do a specialization in finance, everybody expects like Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan. So can I say Google?
You can say Google. But कौन-कौन सी calls हैं?
I have calls from Rohtak, IMT Ghaziabad, IMI Delhi, CAP calls, Vizag. Yes,
Read their
for now I
placements
have
report
these.
as well. Is
Okay.
that company even visiting that college or not?
Yes,
ठीक है.
ma'am.
Read about that also. So tweak your answers with respect to the college as well.
So yeah,
It's good
prepare
that you
for
had, prepare for each college. Like when you're going
prepare
for the
for
interview,
two to three companies, so it will
companies,
be
yes.
easy. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
ठीक है. And it was good that both of you had questions when I asked you to ask questions. Good. Sir ने बताया होगा ना prepare करने.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
खुद से तो there are some people who say and
Ma'am, your internet
can you hear
is
me?
no,
I just
ma'am.
stuck on my screen.
Yes, ma'am. Now we can hear you.
All right. और कोई question? Any more questions
Ma'am,
if you have?
can you tell me what can we include in our strengths like teamwork and leadership, discipline, honesty? Are these good points?
Leadership is good. Teamwork is good. Talk about your organized because during an MBA, no, there's a lot of hustle bustle going on around you. And if you're not organized, you miss on two things. मतलब if you are organized, बिल्कुल ही unorganized हो, then don't say it. ठीक है? Like you have classes from 8 to 5, then you have assignments for each of the classes. You have club and committee का a lot of काम. ठीक है? So you have to be on your toes at each point of your day. So उसके लिए being organized is very important. You need to structure your things in a way that you don't miss out on things. ठीक है?
Yes,
So you
ma'am.
have to be organized both in your thoughts and in your actions. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
Just give me one moment, okay? Give me one moment.
Yes, ma'am.
अर्पित भाई IMI का हो गया तेरा? IMT और IMI का?
IMT का इंटरव्यू हो गया है, IMI का अभी डेट नहीं आई है, फॉर्म फिल करवाने के लिए बोला था, वो फिल कर दिया।
तो रोहतक के अलावा किसी का हुआ तेरा इंटरव्यू IMI और
हाँ,
रोहतक के अलावा?
रोहतक का हुआ था इंटरव्यू 20 को, और IMT गाजियाबाद का हुआ था 6 तारीख को। अब कैप का है 4 मार्च।
ओके ओके।
Okay. Vaibhavi?
Ma'am, you just told the answer for strengths. What
Organized.
can we include? Yes,
बाकी
organized.
personalize your answers. ठीक है? Team leader, leadership qualities बोलो, being organized बोलो, dedicated बोलो, if you're hardworking. If you are hardworking, then only. And
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, बाकी हर एक के बाद ना give an example or an instance how you have used your strengths. So that
Okay.
adds a personalized touch to your answer. Any more questions?
No.
नो मैम।
Pakka?
Yes, ma'am.
Smile, both of you, during our interview.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है? And dress sharply. ठीक है? Clean shaven. MBA में 2 years, you're not allowed to grow a beard for entire 2 years. ठीक है? You have to be presentable at all times. What?
ऑफिशियली नहीं कर सकते ग्रो?
Yes.
ओके।
They'll charge you a fine, like it used to happen in my college.
अच्छा
If you are,
NM
yeah, if you are with a beard or you're not dressed properly during any of the sessions. Like we used to have sessions every week wherein companies are coming in. So there they'll charge you 1K for each of the mistakes. ठीक है? So keep that in mind.
Okay.
So do you want to add anything? I think we are good. See here.
हो गया ना, डाउट नहीं था, कोई डाउट तो लाइक पहले थे स्टार्टिंग में,
बाकी
वही हर रही थी,
प्रोग्रेस की है दोनों ने.
अभी तो थोड़ा थोड़ा इम्प्रूव हो भी गए हैं और थोड़ी थोड़ी गलती पता चलती है। जैसे मेरी आज ग्रामेटिकल शायद ज्यादा मिस्टेक थी और इंडस्ट्री के
हाँ.
बारे में पढ़ना था और कुछ चीजें मैंने गलत बोली तो वो देखना था। ऐसा डाउट नहीं, डाउट ये था कि मैंने सुना है कि एमबीए में फ्री नहीं रहने देते, लाइक वीकेंड भी भरा रहता है,
No.
तो वो थोड़ा
We'll have classes on weekends also.
हाँ
Your
वही वही
entire weekend will be packed. कुछ ना कुछ सेशन होगा या इवेंट होगा. इवेंट तो it's like very occasional,
तो मैं
but
मगर किसी
you
फंक्शन
don't
को
get
थोड़ा
time.
जाना और अचानक क्लास रख दें, मैंने सुना अचानक क्लास का मैसेज आता है तो फिर गलत हो
हाँ.
जाएगा।
नहीं, you can't make plans. You're not allowed to have plans during your MBA. हो गया. Plans का time is before or after MBA. उससे during MBA नहीं है.
ओह ओके,
Yes.
यही डाउट था।
देखो, what happens is, one second. What happens is MBA में what they are testing is your perseverance and resilience. ठीक है, तुम्हारा स्किल टेस्ट इतना नहीं होता है जितना यह टेस्टिंग है. और अब तुमने स्किल टेस्ट तो कर लिया ना. यू हैव क्रॉस द रिटन एग्जामिनेशन. यू हैव क्रॉस द एप्टीट्यूड पार्ट. बचा है एटीट्यूड पार्ट. So you have to show that yes, you'll be able to do it. Because college also has an image to maintain. They have an image which they have to maintain. If you're getting into a top B school, so they have to have the creme de la creme. ठीक है? So to be in that creme de la creme, you have to show कि yes, you're very resilient, you're very hardworking, and you are out of the crowd. Creme de la creme का मतलब क्या हुआ? The cream
वही
layer of the
क्रीम
crowd.
लेयर।
So keep that in mind. Keep all these pointers in mind. 3 P's क्या बताए थे इंटरव्यू के?
प्रेजेंट, प्रिपेयर,
Present
प्रिसाइज।
yourself, present
Present
your
yourself
thoughts,
nicely, present your thoughts very
precise.
well, and be precise. And you can add one more. Pay attention to the interviewer. Listen. Listen more and speak less.
मैम मैं मेरे इंटरव्यू में ये तो नहीं लगा ना कि आपसे डिबेट कर रहा हूँ। एक मेरी प्रॉब्लम ये काफी इंटरव्यू में हुई थी कि मैं डिबेट करने लगता था, तो ऐसा फील तो नहीं हुआ इस बार?
No, I wouldn't say that. It was a good interview. But grammar पे work करो.
नहीं मैम, वो
ठीक
तो
है?
काफी काफी खराब है मेरी, तो मैं ट्राई कर रहा हूँ सही करने का।
वो
लाइक मैं
करें.
पहले
थोड़ा
लगता था
सोच
तो
के बोलो. सोच के बोलो. Have the answer in your mind, then speak it out. ठीक है? सिर्फ बोलने के लिए नहीं बोलना है. It has to have content in it, and good content.
एक्चुअली सीन क्या है कि मेरे को मेरे सारे आंसर लाइक मैंने कोई कहानी नहीं बनाई है, ये सच्ची घटना पे आधारित ऐसा है मेरा इंटरव्यू। तो मैं जो बोलता हूँ तो हिंदी में तो मैं बेटर बता सकता हूँ, बट जब इंग्लिश आती है तो वो थोड़ी खराब है मेरी। तो फिर वो मैं से कि सोच के नहीं बोलता, क्योंकि मेरे को पता है कि जो मैंने चीज बोली है उसकी एक पीछे स्टोरी है, जो मैंने किया है काम। तो फिर वो ग्रामर मिस्टेक थोड़ी हो जाती है, उसको हिंदी से इंग्लिश में कन्वर्ट दिमाग में उतना नहीं हो पाता।
Write down your answers.
ओके।
Write them down. Write down all your answers and keep reading them and keep editing them also. फोन में ही लिख लो. Write them down in your notes. फोन में notes app होती है ना? Write it down
मैंने
there and
कॉपी
keep
लगा
reading
रखी
them.
है, उसी में लिखता हूँ।
Write them. Write your answers and do a spell check and a grammar check also on your answers. ठीक है?
ओके।
If you're writing them yourself, you're not correcting your grammar. Write it down on Word. Then run a grammarly check. So you'll have a grammar check वहीं पे. And if you read those, that will be embedded in your mind. ठीक है? Has, have, had, peoples, these industries, based out of, ये सब errors नहीं होंगे जब word पे करोगे ना. That was one tip. ये करना. Type all your answers and उनको read करो. throughout your day कि अब और कुछ तो है नहीं, ठीक है? You only have to prepare for your interviews. Read the news, read your answers. Basic hygiene वाले questions को एक साथ लिखो, tech questions को एक साथ लिखो. If your field is technical, उनको एक साथ लिखो. Your field is finance. Finance questions की list बनाओ and start writing answers. That's the best way. That's what I used to do. I used to have answers for each of my CV pointer. ठीक है? हर पॉइंट के लिए आंसर. कोई प्रोजेक्ट भी किया है तो उसके लिए आई हैव अ फ्रेम्ड आंसर, so that I don't forget what I'm thinking. And on the spot, if you're thinking, na, you'll have to answer questions impromptu also. You'll not get all prepared questions in your interview. You know that, right? But
Yes, ma'am.
a large chunk of those would be your prepared answers. Why MBA is a generic question they might ask you. Do you have any questions for me? They'll ask you. Tell me something about yourself. They'll ask you. And tell me something about yourself. You have to frame it very nicely so that the interviewer picks from there. Okay? And you have a conversation. An interview is actually a conversation only. Okay? They're just talking to you and getting to know you. I was getting to know you, you have to sell yourself. Okay, now you've known me. Now you have to select me. And वो सबको तो select नहीं करेंगे ना. They have to pick people. They'll only pick people those will stand outside of the crowd. तो out of the crowd होने के लिए you don't have to commit any mistake. कोई answer नहीं आता, you can simply say I'm not aware. That's it.